I haven't faced a lot of bullying when it comes to my limb difference. I would say the most intense time ever was in kindergarten. And even then, I don't really remember it. Maybe I blocked it out, or maybe I just didn't care. It could be either or, I'm not gonna lie. But I had a friend who ended up telling her mom and told my mom that a lot of kids were like being weird around me, which was strange too because I've been to pre-K and pre-K was a blast. Like I remember pre-K, but kindergarten, I think it was more so having to do with the lack of information. It can get some crazy reactions, especially from kids. And even as an adult, I'm still a little apprehensive around kids because they're so unfiltered and they can make some really cringy, uncomfortable situations happen because of that. It is what it is. But for kindergarten, that's what it was. It was just the lack of information. And my mother, I don't even know, she's the best. She found this book. I still have it to this day because it was really a iconic moment for me in kindergarten because all my teacher did was read this book, which is about a kid who has a limb difference, and it also speaks about bullying, but at the same time, it doesn't make the kid with the limb difference like being bullied. Someone with red hair was being bullied, and he was like, listen, guys, it's not that big of a deal, which it isn't. So just taking time and educating and showing that this is normal too really kind of widened people's perspective in the classroom, and people just went about and started acting normal. And that goes to show that once you take time to just educate someone or give them a chance to learn, it can make a world of difference. I would say a book like this was absolutely incredible, and this was the early 2000s, so there wasn't a lot of books out there like this compared to now, where there's so many different books on so many different types of disabilities. And honestly, back then in the early 2000s, I truly believed that I was the only person like this because of the lack of information and not being able to see anyone like me, which eventually I did tell my mom, and she ended up looking for groups on like Facebook and things like that to just kind of introduce me to people also like me, which I think is incredibly important for a kid with a disability, is to be able to be part and connect with people in their community as well so they don't feel like they're the only person out there. Now it feels like it's a little less challenging for that feeling because of social media. There's some positivity of social media sometimes because it's easy to connect with people in your community because of it. I highly recommend to find a group like that and to find a book like this as well that you can naturally introduce into a classroom setting. It can make a big difference.